two guys, the biggest puncher, I feel, at the 135 would probably be Gervonta Tank Davis.
Attributes, but do you think he has enough power to sustain?
Well, it's really all about skills.
Tank can do the same thing the mentor did. That's what the mentors, to teach you how to do this thing the smart way.
Boxing legend Floyd Mayweather has reportedly been left shocked after seeing Gervonta Tank Davis's dramatic physical transformation ahead of his highly anticipated showdown with Jake Paul, known for his explosive power and compact build. Davis now appears noticeably bigger and stronger, a change that has fans and insiders talking. Mayweather, who mentored Tank for years, didn't hide his surprise at the new look. He hinted that the added muscle could either become a game-changing advantage or a risky adjustment that might affect Davis's trademark speed and endurance.
You can't even see who it is. Hey, who is the dude? Who is the dude?
And that right there is why Gervonta Davis fights don't go the distance.
Gervonta Davis is set to face Jake Paul in an exhibition fight on November 14th in Miami. What's catching everyone's attention is a significant size difference, both in actual weight and in perception. Davis, who usually fights in much lighter divisions, will be giving up a major physical advantage to Paul, who typically weighs around 190 to 195 pounds. Jake also stands taller and has a longer reach, which could play a big role once they step into the ring.
Obviously, smaller guy. How is this in the training aspect, Jake?
Yeah, there's a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees, and a lot of speed.
He warming up.
We're
now.
sparring.
That's what we need.
We're sparring.
Warm up.
Some
I know
8-year-olds. I got the 8-year-olds in there.
If I find out anything, I'm gonna beat your and I'm gonna beat Jaden on Love. On my mama, I'm gonna beat both of y'all ass. On my mama. And he laughing. He laughing.
What are you talking about?
What
does he have to do with this?
Let anything, you know what I'm talking about. Let anything. Nah, I don't have to say it right now. Don't worry about it. I don't gotta say it up here. Let anything happen. And I'm gonna show you and him. Back.
Despite the flashy buildup and entertainment-driven hype, those close to Davis insist he's taking this fight extremely seriously. Observers who've seen his training camp describe him as focused, disciplined, and fully locked in. Analysts point out how composed and alert he appears at press events. A man with something to prove. For Davis, this isn't just about money. It's about pride, opportunity, and legacy. A victory over Jake Paul could elevate his profile globally and strengthen his crossover appeal beyond traditional boxing fans. Some insiders believe Davis sees this fight as a calculated move to expand his reach, while proving he's not afraid of big, unconventional challenges. While critics dismiss the event as a publicity stunt, Tank's intense preparation shows he's determined to control the story, not be part of someone else's spectacle.
Press conference, and you can just look at him and tell, like, no, this dude he's going to get this money for sure, because there's so much money out there to be had. But Jake Paul better be not playing around, man. Not get cute, not play any games. Don't hit him in the back of the head. Don't rabbit punch him. Don't do any of that stuff, man, because Mike Tyson, first of all, a lot of people think Mike Tyson was pulling punches on Jake Paul, and a lot of people think that Anderson Silva was pulling punches on him too. You're not going to have a little Gervonta out there pulling punches on you, man, if you're out there playing games. So, I don't like the fight at all. However, as far as it being an entertaining situation, I almost guarantee you that fight itself is going to be entertaining. That it's going to be something that you look at and you're going to say, man, everybody's going to watch it. Everybody's going to want to know what happens in it. But at the same time, it's kind of like what people think, when you see a car crash, like you're driving down the road and all of a sudden the traffic gets heavy and you're like, man, I'm going to be in traffic for a long time. And then you drive forward a little bit and then you see, oh man, this is some accident on the other side of the road and everybody just slowing down to watch. That's the type of entertainment that you can expect from this fight between Gervonta Davis and Jake Paul. There's going to be a lot of people watching it, but I got to say, man, you really can't blame the guy on what he's doing. And there's a lot of criticism flying on Gervonta Davis. It's not Gervonta Davis's fault that boxing took this turn. This turn of these exhibition fights and people not caring about the belts and all of that stuff came with Floyd Mayweather Jr.
Mayweather has often reminded fans that Gervonta Davis is much more than a knockout artist. He's praised Davis for being one of the hardest hitters in his division, but also emphasized that boxing isn't only about power. Floyd has repeatedly said that true greatness comes from combining strength with defense, timing, footwork, and ring IQ. He even referred to Davis as one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the sport today, though he warned that relying solely on power can be a dangerous and short-sighted path.
We deserve to be in a pound for pound? Absolutely. Do Terrence Crawford deserve to be in a pound for pound? Absolutely. But what about Gervonta Tank Davis? He deserved to be somewhere also in a pound for pound.
Why don't they give him that credit?
Because he was affiliated with me.
Floyd Mayweather played a major role early in Davis's career when Tank was signed to Mayweather Promotions. Floyd not only promoted his fights, but also served as a mentor, offering advice on fight strategy, mental composure, and the business side of boxing. Over time, however, their relationship grew strained, leading to a professional and personal split in 2022.
You black, giving back. So I was working with, I got a fighter, one of the best fighters out there today, Gervonta Tank Davis. Right. I got it when he was young. I put him in a position. Now he's 3-time world.
Their falling out runs deeper than business. Once close, Davis later accused Mayweather being overly controlling, putting him in situations where he couldn't truly win, limiting his earnings, and making sure Tank never outshined his mentor. Davis has even called Floyd out publicly, saying that Mayweather struggles to celebrate the success of others, and once referred to him harshly during heated moments.
First of all, Floyd don't never want to see no one like a fighter do better than them. Why the say Terrence Crawford should fight? Benavidez. That don't make no fucking sense. He don't never want to see nobody be better than him. I'm telling you.
You're next in line. This is next in line.
Is there like a
last question, guys?
Is there like a love-hate like
yeah,
fighter?
Yeah, I love the fighter. Like, I ain't gonna lie, if he was like chill, like he'll be the smoothest. But he's not. You know what I mean? He's a great fighter. And my bad. Cause I don't want to say like he's just a scumbag, but it's like he's a great fighter, and sometimes he can be good, but it's like it's always I'm this.
According to Davis, Mayweather's ego often gets in the way of humility. When a reporter once described Floyd as one of the greatest boxers of all time, Mayweather immediately corrected them, insisting he was the greatest ever. Davis believed this obsession with legacy sometimes clouds Floyd's ability to show respect or acknowledge the truth about other fighters' accomplishments.
Right. What are we rating ourselves on? What are we rating on?
Okay.
Well, we're going to know in the least amount of fights. I didn't have to have 70 fights or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Just a guy with a job. I have a job, though. So who would you fight next?
And guess what? Your job don't pay like my job.
Well, it depends.
Your job don't pay like my job.
That brings me to another point.
I can make $200 million in 18 months because I want to come back and steal some more money. I'm in a whole new era dominating fighters.
And he's a whole new fighter, Floyd.
A whole new fighter.
Oh yeah.
And when I beat him, what they gonna say? Oh well, we knew this was gonna happen. Floyd Mayweather was a bigger fighter, or he can outbox him, or this. It's always excuses.
Boxing legend Bernard Hopkins also spoke out about the influence of Mayweather Promotions on Gervonta Davis's career. Hopkins argued that Davis wasn't limited by talent, but by the controlling grip Mayweather held over him. He described Floyd's management style as more restrictive than supportive, urging Davis to break free and carve his own path. Coming from a respected veteran, Hopkins's words carried weight, pointing to the dangers of being guided by someone whose ego can overshadow the growth of the fighter they represent.
Commenting on saying, hey, this is my career. You had yours. I respect you from buying me a chain, buying me this, buying me that, take me on a jet. Now, all that's great. But at the end of the day, I'm only going by his interview. You seen it and I seen it. Thank you, Floyd Mayweather, for all the things you gave me. If the intentions was you just looking out for me. But I got an opportunity to fight this big fight. And this soap opera between you and Oscar for all these years, I'm not going to let it affect me. That's my interpretation. And Tank wants to do the fight, but he had to break away from the chains of somebody he still respects and respected then. And he said, man, I got to do what I got to do.
Another legend, Roy Jones Jr., says he isn't surprised by Gervonta Davis's decision to fight Jake Paul. In his view, it's a calculated move, a business-savvy step similar to the kind of decisions Mayweather made during his career. Jones recognizes that Davis is taking a risk, but also one that comes with major financial rewards and global attention. While Jones doesn't necessarily endorse the matchup, he understands the motivation, a blend of ambition, branding, and business.
Because check this out, Tank ain't gonna lose this fight. Hell no. Hell no. Tank ain't losing this fight. Too many holes. Man, Jake don't have enough experience. Yeah, man, this gonna be taking candy from a baby. You know, Jake is missing the rules. See, this is what happened when you don't grow up in the game. When you don't grow up in the game, man, at a young age, this is what happens. You know, you start reading your own press clippings. That's what Jake is doing. You know, fighting this lower level competition, and now he think he an ish. Now he think he the man. He ain't the man. You kidding me? He is not the man. Oh no. Yeah. False sense of security. Now he trying to pick on small folks, right? You know, and I don't mean that in a bad way. Yeah, I'm just saying size-wise. Yeah, that's another thing, boxing one-on-one.
So what do you think? Is Gervonta Davis's decision to face Jake Paul a smart business move or a setback for professional boxing? Share your thoughts in the comments below.